ASEAN Connect วันนี้นะคะเราจะมาคุยถึงเรื่องราวที่เกิดขึ้นในประเทศเมียนมาค่ะเวลาที่คุยถึงเรื่องอะไรที่เกิดในเมียนมาเนี่ยก็ยากมากนะคะที่จะหลีกเลี่ยงเรื่องราวเกี่ยวกับการเมืองนะคะเรื่องราววันนี้ก็เช่นกันค่ะเป็นเรื่องเกี่ยวกับการศึกษานะคะนอกโรงเรียนที่เกิดขึ้นเพราะว่าเรื่องการเมืองในประเทศเมียนมาเนี่ยนะคะเดี๋ยวเราไปคุยกับคุณเดวิดตุลจากนครยางกุ้งกันค่ะ So what is the story you have for us today? I believe it's about the education.
Story today is about it's called Spring University Myanmar. Obviously, by the name Spring, it's related to the quote-unquote the Spring Revolution that kicked off in 2001 February 1st. So what the group aim to do is that they have become aware at some point during the first year. I'm sure people are aware of the civil disobedience movement where government staff and everybody wanted to oppose the current administration's rule peacefully. So they boycott their jobs and all that, right? So as a result, many students and many of the teachers, especially in the education sector, because that was the highest amount of participation in the civil disobedience movement. So there was a need to not only provide education for those that are no longer able to enjoy continuing their educational journey, while on the teacher side of things, their career came to a stop. So the SUM group, they privately initiated programs to allow them to continue their education.
So how do they set up this thing? I mean, the facilities and all that. Is it like some certain city or it's all over the country?
Since it's mostly online classroom thing, they want everybody across the country to be able to learn from their services and facilities, right? So I do not know where they will be based because I suspect that since even though they are not affiliated with the National Unity Government, which is the parallel government, the opponents of the administration, right? Even though they are not related to it, they are still offering services and career opportunities to students and teachers that are opposing the current administration. So, they are quite hush-hush about it. But the services they are aiming to provide to everywhere in the country, especially those people from the areas where the conflict and battles are ongoing.
So were you able to have information about the number of people participated? Like what the size of this? What are we looking at?
So when I spoke to the essentially the SUM team and its president, shall I say, the chairman, I was told that currently within its 1-year lifespan, there is an overwhelming amount of registration from students to teachers. So as for students, currently they can only accept, this is already over their capacity, so to speak, but they can only accept, they're currently registered right now over 10,000 students. 10,000 is a start for the first year, and they rapidly grew to offer a lot of courses, over 150 courses, under 11 schools and faculties, I guess, yes.
Were you able to ask them about the financial aspect of it? How do they get funding?
Funding, they are quite hush-hush about it. But they are, judging from what I've been told about, they are planning to go forward. They have several projects in line, so they say they're going to do more. So I assume that through donations or probably some private sponsorship, I'm not sure, but they seem to be going forward to grow even further. So financially, I suspect that it will be a lot of, how do I say? They're not taking money from the students, so because they're concentrating on providing free education to people that are affected by conflict, actually, yes.
But then when they graduate, are they looking at graduation, certification, what kind of credential though, or it's more like learning how to get hands-on things?
Currently, there are, as far as I know, they currently have another institute that they partner with, and that the courses under the institution, which is the Human Institute of Human Rights and Democratic Governance. So courses underneath that institution will provide a graduate level of diploma level of certification. I am not told exactly how many university will recognize those certification, but they say they are working to cooperate with a lot of international universities. So I will have to update you then when that happens. Most of the courses are about continuing to provide skills and information, and all the certification will probably come later for majority of the courses.
Thank you very much for the story today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. ค่ะก็เป็นอีกหนึ่งเรื่องราวที่น่าสนใจจากเมียนมานะคะคุณผู้ชมความขัดแย้งทางการเมืองสถานการณ์บ้านเมืองตอนนี้นะคะก็ทำให้คนรุ่นนี้ที่กำลังเรียนอยู่ในมหาวิทยาลัยเนี่ยต้องมีการเรียนที่เรียกได้ว่าค่อนข้างตะกุกตะกักนะคะหรือบางคนก็ต้องหยุดเรียนไปเลยก็เลยเป็นที่มาของโครงการนี้ที่เกิดขึ้นนะคะทำให้คนที่สามารถเข้าเรียนได้เนี่ยได้เสริมสร้างทักษะและความรู้ของตัวเองอย่างต่อเนื่องค่ะและนั่นก็คือทั้งหมดใน ASEAN Connect วันนี้ค่ะ
ขอบพระคุณคุณผู้ชมทุกท่านที่ติดตามชมช่องไทย PBS และรายการทันโลกกับที่นี่ไทย PBS นะคะอย่าลืมกด Subscribe และกระดิ่งแจ้งเตือนเพื่อที่จะได้ไม่พลาดการรับชมข่าวสารจากเราค่ะ